a worrying increase in attacks on Christian communities in Nigeria by terrorist groups over recent years, and their plight must never be forgotten. Fourthly and finally, I would ask ministers to step up engagement with the Nigerian diaspora in the United Kingdom. There are many British Nigerians who want to deploy their knowledge and their understanding of the country to help shape the UK's response to unfolding events in Nigeria. Worried about the situation and distressed about the Lekki tollgate tragedy and other loss of life, they're brimming with enthusiasm to help, to make a difference, and to be involved in building a better future for Nigeria. In this regard, I particularly want to thank my constituents Lara Ayodeji Akindeji for contacting me to share her concerns and offer her help. Her support and briefing for this debate has been invaluable. So my final request would be to ask the Minister to meet me and a group of constituents to discuss these matters further. Mr. Gray, Nigeria is a country with so much going for it. A young and hugely talented population, massive natural resources, and a rapidly developing economy. If the End SARS protesters secure the reform and the improved governance they're demanding, Nigeria could become a formidable economic powerhouse. And the diaspora community here can be a vital bridge linking our two countries in a brighter future of increased trade and prosperity in the years to come. Thank you.
This House considered e-petition 554150 related to Nigeria and the sanctions regime. Kate Osama.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I thank the honourable member for Chipping and Barnett for her passionate opening for this debate. I would also like to thank Silas Oja for creating this petition, which now has more than 220,000 signatures, including almost 2,000 of my own constituents in Edmonton who signed the petition we are debating today. And I'm sure that I'm not the only member to have been inundated with messages from constituents in recent months, urging them to do whatever they can to lend their voice to the End SARS protests. As the chair of the All-Party Group for Nigeria, I was particularly keen to speak on this debate and highlight the need for the UK to stand with the Nigerian people against an increasingly cruel and brutal regime. The situation in Nigeria is incredibly serious, with tragedy after tragedy unfolding on the streets in state after state, as the Nigerian government and its security forces take ever more repressive measures to end a protest movement, which has given hope to millions across the globe. The End SARS movement is not just about disbanding the special anti-robbery squads. It is a movement led by the youth of Nigeria who took to the streets of Nigeria peacefully, demanding an end to brutality, extortion, and extrajudicial executions, and for a truly democratic Nigeria. The bravery of the youth-led movement will never be defeated. Today, we need to consider how the government should respond to both the movement itself and the violent actions of the Nigerian regime. However,
government, this does not build an environment for groups and protesters to come forward and really help build genuine accountability. But I can assure members that we are aware of that some protesters are facing intimidation. Members also raised the matter of UK aid. I think that was my honourable friend, the member for Chipping Barnett, and I would like to just say that and reassure her that no UK taxpayers' money goes directly to the Nigerian government. The UK provides assistance to Nigeria to meet immediate humanitarian needs and to address long-term structural issues. While I'm on the topic of aid, I know the honourable gentleman opposite does try to tempt me regarding the 0.7% commitment, but as I'm sure he would anticipate, I'm not going to speculate ahead of any spending review.
Not in that. No.
Which I just wanted to ask her if she could elaborate. I mean, I appreciate that she's not the Minister for Africa. She'll be less familiar with these specific programmes. But I mean, it was very clear in the Minister's letter to us that the UK government was funding training programmes that directly involved SARS, despite the allegations. Does she not believe there's a problem here with our wider security and justice assistance programmes, including across the world, because we keep getting example after example after example where they're either being questioned about their impact or, worse still, that us we're being implicated in some way in organisations that are not upholding our standards?
Thank you. The honourable gentleman must have sort of preempted some more of my notes, because I'm going to touch a little bit more on the SARS programme, and hopefully I can give him a bit more detail and as to you know, the work that we're doing and what we are supporting. Before I come to that, just a quick note, because the Honourable Lady for Chipping Barnett also raised the point of the persecution of Christians, which again I know is another important topic. And just to, you know, to reassure her that we've made clear to the Nigerian authorities at the highest levels the importance of protecting civilians, including Christians, and human rights for all Nigerians. But I now come on to SARS and the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Mr Gray, the UK supports police and justice reform in Nigeria. All assistance is compliant with our human rights obligations and our values. And through our CSSF-funded Nigeria policing programme, which ended in March 2020, Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squads, or FSARS, officers participated in training on amended Nigerian police guidance designed to improve human rights, training on public finance, and community policing workshops. The Nigeria Policing Programme was part of our Security and Justice Reform Programme, which is working to help deliver a criminal justice system that better protects the human rights of all Nigerians. As a result of the programme, Mr Gray, relationships between communities and the police improved in 4 states. Trust was built, with communities and the police working together to resolve safety and security issues. The Nigerian Police Force's recent adoption of the Community Policing Framework, developed by the Nigeria Policing Programme, is a positive outcome. Our support to civil society was instrumental in the recent passing of the Police Act by the President, and this new Act provides for greater citizen protections and improved police training, which we believe will benefit Nigerians. Through the CSSF-funded North East Public Safety and Security Programme, part of which is delivered jointly with USAID, radio equipment was issued to Borno Police Command. This was for police units working to improve local security and to counter violent extremist organisations, including Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa. Borno Police Command distributed 3 radios to the local FSARS unit, which were returned after FSARS was disbanded. The North East Public Safety and Security Programme is part of our North East Africa Security, Conflict and Stabilisation Programme, working to help stabilise one of Nigeria's poorest and most fragile regions affected by Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa. But to conclude, I understand and I acknowledge and understand the strength of feeling in the House and among the public. The UK and Nigeria have a long and close relationship that extends beyond our governments to our people, especially through the British Nigerian diaspora community, which contributes so much to this country. And the diaspora was also raised by my right honourable friend who led this debate, the Honourable Lady for Chipping Barnett. The UK is home to over 200,000 members of the Nigerian diaspora who contribute so much to this country. And as I'm sure, Mr Gray, you will be aware, my honourable friend, the member for Saffron Walden, was the first minister for Nigeria. In terms of communications and engagement with the diaspora, on the 18th of November, the Minister for Africa led a virtual business roundtable with members of the Nigerian diaspora business community to better understand challenges to increasing trade and investment between the UK and Nigeria. And the roundtable was also joined by and my honourable friend, the UK Trade Envoy to Nigeria, and the British Deputy High Commissioner in Lagos. And I know that the honourable lady raises, asks whether she could request a meeting with the Minister for Africa. It would be wrong of me perhaps to commit him to that, but I can certainly pass on her request, Mr Gray. But this government will continue to press the Nigerian government and its security services to uphold human rights and the rule of law, to investigate all incidents of brutality, illegal detentions and the use of excessive force, and to hold those responsible to account. We will closely monitor the judicial panel of inquiries and continue to advocate for investigations into police brutality. The government will consider its options as the panel's work progresses. The government would also continue to work with the Nigerian government and international and civil society partners to improve the accountability and transparency of the Nigerian police for the benefit of all Nigerians.
Theresa Villiers.
Thank you, Mr Gray. Well, like others, I believe this has been an excellent debate with well-informed contributions, with real insight, both from backbench and front bench. And I would take this last minute or two just to really urge the Minister and the rest of the team at the Foreign Office to use all diplomatic means they have available to get the message to the authorities in Nigeria that they need to listen to what the protests are asking for, and that I do hope that whilst the Minister, for all sorts of reasons, has felt unable to make commitments on targeted sanctions today, I think there is a really strong case for doing this, and I hope that behind the scenes the Foreign Office will continue to pursue this, so that in the not too distant future we will see an announcement on that. We've heard obviously in this debate some really disturbing accounts of what happened at Lekki, but also of a long history of brutality and extrajudicial killings, and particularly grim accounts were recounted by the Shadow Minister. But I very much hope that we also take away from this debate the optimism that I think everyone showed about the future for Nigeria. It has so much potential. As the Honourable Member for Edmonton says, you know, there's real potential for a new Nigeria, a better future. And I hope that these protests do signal a real change towards addressing those concerns around corruption, around brutality, around poor governance. Because if those issues are resolved, if we see real progress on that, we can see huge success and flourishing in Nigeria, not least in economic terms. So it's been my privilege to lead this debate. I thank all the people who signed the e-petition. I think this is a great example of the e-petition process working really effectively, because nearly 250,000 people signed that petition. We here in the Mother of Parliaments get the opportunity to urge and advocate for change and reform in Nigeria, and it's been my privilege to take part in that process.
The question is, this House e-petition 554150 relating to Nigeria and the sanction regime. Whether to say aye? Contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order.
And let's come to these late...
The proceeding has ended.
Well, thank you very much. We've just heard about that. The proceeding have just ended. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to this late night conversation. Let us first remove... let's put that one back. And let us remove that one. Yep. Well, a very good evening and welcome to the conversation with myself. I'm sure a lot of you have had the opportunity to listen carefully to that just finished, concluded debate at the House of Commons this evening. That debate took place right inside the Westminster Hall. The debate on the e-petition 554150 relating to Nigeria and the sanctions regime that was scheduled, for today, the 23rd of November, 2020. And as you can see, they were not even up to 1930. The debate was meant to go up to 7:30, and if you check your time, it's exactly 7:20. Does Nigeria matter to them? Your guess is as good as mine. I would allow you, my viewers, to call in while we can get your view of what you've listened to and the way forward. So much I've been able to jot down a few things myself. But one thing I picked up from that conversation that just concluded was one of the the members of parliament, the MP, spoke about the Arab Spring. Those answers and other things happening in Nigeria might end up become the Nigeria Spring, or is it just the NSAS that might end up becoming, the Nigeria Spring? Also, over 220,000 people signed for that petition, which was the reason why the debate took place today. Also, role in committing injustice. We've seen a lot of injustice taking place in Nigeria. Supply of arms to Saudi Arabia. So when we sit down here, people that are in Nigeria do not even understand some of these things. Maybe we hope that they can now start getting the message. Look, the UK government supply arms to the same, Saudi Arabia that Nigerian will continue to visit, for the pilgrimage. Even though it's wrong, we've seen so many atrocities committed by Saudi Arabia. The latest one, or the recent one, was the killing of one of the journalists right inside the embassy in Turkey. So also, they've been giving training, to the police and the Nigerian security. What measure is the government taking? What did you get from that debate? I'm not sure. Maybe when we open the phone line, I will get what you think about. They talk about impunity. Buhari was here before he died. A lot of you might say he's still alive. The one day is an imposter. But he was allowed to come here and take medical treatment, even though the government could have stopped it, but they allowed him to come here. So what come, all the money that was used, to take care of the clinic. So much impunity is taking place. Majority of the politicians, they own buildings here. They have, properties here. They have money stashed all over the banks across the country. But yet, is impunity. I'm sure your guess is as good as mine. They were expecting the government, the Nigerian government, to provide security to its citizens. Really? Nigerian government providing security for you? How many of you can guarantee that the Nigerian government is providing you security? How many of you watching can guarantee that Nigerian government is providing you with security? A crazy country that needs to break up as quickly as possible. But you think it's going to happen? Okay. Once again, a very good evening and welcome, to the broadcast. Let's take some more from what some of the the point I noted down. Rule of law must prevail. I laugh. When people sit there and expect the same rule of law that takes place in UK, in America, in Canada, in France, in Germany, and you think it's going to happen in Nigeria. Boko Haram is moving all over the place. But yet, a lot of you would think that there's going to be a rule of law. You can now see the reason why we tell you, go and sign the petition. You refuse to sign the petition. At least they will have a debate on it, even if they don't give us everything that we want from it. We've asked you, sign the petition, but some of you will never understand the reason why we asked you to go and sign the petition. At least you saw that, they were able to sit, for about an hour, 20 minutes, even though they were meant to sit for, that is the petition. I mean, the petition that we have been asking you to sign is not even up to, the number that we need for them to debate it. I mean, what we have there is just about 18,000. Let's hope maybe within the next couple of hours, that will become 100,000. Or maybe some of you are probably not interested in signing the petition. Before we take calls, let me quickly go through more notes that I've got here. The Minister for Africa is somewhere in Africa where we are debating, a biggest economy according to them. The Minister for Africa, he was aware that today there will be a debate. Does he care? No, they're not interested in that. Are they interested? No, they are not. The Minister for Africa, the one that should be on the seat to talk and take questions, he just sent the representative. The Minister for Africa was not even on the seat. I saw, I picked up also concerns and intimidation. The government have become tyrant, intimidating almost everybody. Even if we are part of, those that they can intimidate us because, why would they want to? But they've been intimidating those of you that believe in one shit hole called Nigeria, a country that you are still talking one Nigeria. They will continue to intimidate you and you will be killed. You think the UK government will help you? Oh, no, forget about that. The least that they can do is what they've done at the moment. They talk about it and then so what? You will become more, they will intimidate you. And if you have your way, you probably run away. The minister spoke to your governor in Lagos State on the 11th of November, and he spoke to Gambari, that one in Nassau Rock, on the 21st of November. What is the outcome? Police reform. The UK government is asking Nigeria to do police reform. So they just woke up and realized that the amalgamation that they gave us is part of the reason why Nigeria is in a shithole. The amalgamation that joined us together with the Fulani is the reason why the Fulani that they gave the power. Now they're talking about police reform. UK government is talking about police reform, but they forgot to tell us that when they implemented, this power to the north, they will use that to suppress people from the south and the southwest and the southeast. They forgot about that. So when they were merging us with this nasty contraction called Nigeria, they didn't remember that one day on the 20th of October 2020, they were going to kill more people. Go and sign the petition. The petition is open to everybody. And the link, we've already been posting it there. And I'm sure those of you on the timeline will have been able to see it. So they are now telling the Nigerian government, go and do police reform. Oh, your people are complaining. Stop intimidating your people. Your people are complaining. They never saw what was going on in Oyigbo when killing was taking place. Do you think it was only Lekki? They have been killing Nigerians is not today. Do you know how many people was killed when Buhari came in 83? Do you know how many people were killed so many times before even the Lekki toll gate? Do you know how many people are being killed? As at Saturday, one of the NSAS protesters was killed in Ekiti. And you say you have a governor. And then that governor will probably have a property here or have an account here that has that money here, but the UK government will probably not look at that. Impunity. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? I'm asking us. So, you've heard about it, you've watched it, we have both watched it. And I'm sure you're probably now asking yourself, is that all? No sanction, no sanction for the government. I'm sure Lai Mohammed is so happy. He's a very happy man. That old man is probably happy now. And the short man devil in Aso Rock, I'm talking about your vice president, short man devil, killed innocent lives. All they can do is, just pretend like nothing has happened. In this country, the prime minister will have resigned. If policemen or the military have killed innocent British, the prime minister will have resigned long time ago. Tender his resignation. But you can see, the vice president there still pretending like, he loves Nigeria so much. Pastor Ruga, shit old country. And then some of you now are so excited. We tell you, NSAS is not the problem in Nigeria. End Nigeria is the word that we need to be talking about. Your constitution will give the military and the people power to make sure that you will never, even those of you that are calling yourself, let us create a political party with these animals that are ready to kill you, and you think the British government will do anything? No. Don't know anything. We are telling you, let us end this shit old country called Nigeria. We end it and everybody have a peaceful life. But no, some of you are saying, it's about NSAS. It's not about NSAS. You will continue to be intimidated by your politician, and they will continue to come to London as a safe haven. And the least or the worst you can hear is the British government saying, well, we are still doing something. You have them there. That the British High Commission in Nigeria is still working with the nonsense. Nonsense. All right, let's take some calls and then I'll come back to some of my notes there. Please, when you call, let us make it as quick as possible. The number to call is going to pop up on the screen in just about a few minutes. But +4475 94050 Let us get your view. Is that all? No sanction, nothing. Or they are still waiting for the panel that has been deceiving us. Shit old country. It is not, look, it doesn't matter whether you protest NSAS again and again and again. Well, it will create a momentum, but it's not going to solve the problem. The problem is, let us finish Nigeria. Let us end it once and for all, so that people's life can become more meaningful. This Janja weed called Fulani, they're not going to listen to the British government because they know and they understand the game better than the British government now. Let's go straight to my first caller. And please mute your background device if you call. If not, we'll have to take it off. Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello, good evening. So my name is Solomon. Yes, I watched the debate as well, and I dropped a comment that I was highly disappointed that the Minister for Africa was.
The Minister for Africa is somewhere in Africa as well. He's not interested in the debate. Go ahead. Sorry, I was connecting the speaker. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, it was highly disappointing as you could see that they were discussing that putting the whole Magnitsky sanctions targeting individuals, everybody agreed to it. But you need the minister there to confirm that, okay, this will be the next step we're taking. And the person that was representing him there didn't want to confirm nor deny. And you know what that means if you're familiar to the people here, they just want to see how we are going to react to what we've seen today, and if the pressure dies down, the story dies down, so I'll never hear again of this so-called sanction or doing anything towards something that's actually tangible, that would actually end this impunity killings and everything happening in Nigeria. I've been hearing what you've been saying about with regards to separation and having a Yoruba land, Oduduwa, as you're from Yoruba. Yes, I'm a Yoruba as well, but I'm someone that I connect with Nigerians from all over. I still believe that the country can work as one. But what we really need is a new constitution. Okay. We need to rewrite that constitution.
Let me ask you there. Do you think that you can, let's put it as we, because you agree with Nigeria, and that's that's opinion. That's a very good. I mean, we are not a tyrant broadcaster that will cut you straight away. What I want to ask you is, do you believe or think that you can ever get a new constitution with the way the Fulani, because I believe the Fulani are in control. Whether you agree with that is a different thing. But let's put as let's generalize as Nigeria. Do you think you can get a new constitution?
I want to believe that we had the chance to do that when Obasanjo was there.
Okay.
Obviously, Obasanjo was one that instilled the current constitution we have. Then Goodluck was there as well. He was the president. He was the commander in chief. He had the power. I think there was a call for national consensus during his time. They were discussing it. But the problem we have is implementation in Nigeria. They do all these meetings. They talk about all these useful things, but they don't implement nothing. I don't think they understand the word, what it means to have meetings, plan something, and implement. Implementation. There was a national consensus during Jonathan Goodluck's time from all over the country. People spoke about rewriting the constitution, but nothing happened after.
So the question again is: do you think that we will get a new constitution?
I think the constitution is past its due date. So whether that's what it is, it's expired. So everybody knows that. Even the people know, people are planning. So they know that the constitution we have right now it's not working.
So you have not really answered the question. Are we ever going to get a new constitution?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
In my lifetime, definitely. Okay. My generation will not let this continue.
All right then. Okay.
Is that a new constitution or a kind of wavy? You should just separate, everybody goes their way. And the end is coming very close.
Before you go, let me take this from you. One of the speaker there talked about the Arab Spring. That is very powerful. Are we going to see Nigeria Spring? And you know what that means. It will break everything up, and you will not get this one new Nigeria that you are talking about.
Yeah, the difference between we Africans and the Arabs is we're not, and the Arabs are used to this.
We are more exposed. We are more exposed. Is that what you're looking for?
We're more exposed, but they would sacrifice hundreds of their lives for a cause.
But we don't want to do that.
Nigerians can do that.
We love too much party. That's why we're not going to do that. So that means that constitution will take longer as well. That means Nigeria is going to take longer, maybe another 200 years before it finally works. And that means you will not be alive. My generation will probably then be crying that Fulani took over because you and myself refused to agree on one table. Thank you very much, caller, and I'm sure we will definitely speak to you soon again. Well, that is the beauty of this is not a tyrant broadcast. We are allowed. Look, I have said this so many times. Not everybody's going to agree with the Yoruba nation or Biafra nation. But one thing we can talk about is let's have this conversation. You have listened to this interview or these debates rather that took place just about almost. I mean, they were meant to have finished just 8 minutes ago. But I looked at the timing. They were meant to be there till 7:30. But it's Nigeria. Why do they have to discuss too much? If even the minister himself was not on the seat. The minister was not on the seat. The last caller believed that we can have a new constitution and that will save the problem. My number is the one scrolling on the top and right at the bottom as well. We have another caller. Let's go straight to the caller. Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello, Yomi. Good evening.
Okay, good evening, my auntie, and welcome onto the program. You've listened to it, and I'll let you do your contribution. If there's a bit of delay, it's because I'm connecting you to the speaker, and there might be a kind of delay, but I can hear you, but go ahead now.
Okay, we've all listened to it, and what I can observe in the broadcast, the British government is because of it's not the British people that are being killed.
Okay.
So we're not going to be doing anything.
So if I can get you what you're saying is
Nigerians
okay
to start taking the justice into their hands, because if we think the British government are going to be doing anything, you know how much Nigeria is contributing into British economy.
Yeah, but
and you want them to do something. You know how much that the Fulanis are allowing them to take from Nigeria. Nigeria, and you want them. It's like when you are breastfeeding a child, and then you want that child, you want to remove the breast from that child. Do you think the British government, they can talk about it, but they're not going to do anything? But we are guaranteeing them that the next protest in Nigeria is not starting, Yomi, until we know the addresses of all the governors, their properties, the properties they have in Nigeria, the properties they have in abroad, then the senators, their addresses, where they live, where the properties they have got, the House of Parliament or whatever they call themselves in Nigeria. The next protest is not going to happen until all those people, even the Obas, the Ezes, we need to know, because we're starting another protest in Nigeria without knowing the addresses of these people that are helping the government to Nigerian government to intimidate us. And I'm telling you, the same thing will happen. But the moment they touch one Nigeria, their houses are coming down, their properties are coming down, their children also is being killed. And I'm telling you, that's when the British government is going to get up and say, hold on here, Nigeria needs to break up because this can't continue.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go straight to my next caller from Ireland. I guess a very good evening and welcome onto the show.
Yes. Good, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
What I'm thinking about is, even from the whole conversation of the discussion, what I'm saying is that they are not really talking about what is on the ground, the truth. And if they think that maybe they can do anything, maybe to stop Nigerian stopping brutalizing the citizens, I don't think they will succeed in doing that, because for many decades they have been doing it to us. They have been killing our children. They have been keeping us hungry. A lot of us are running to Europe everywhere. And some of the time, the kind of embarrassing questions they ask us, and as if they don't know what is the root of the cause of all this.
So let me ask you some question there. So what is the root cause of the problem itself? What is the root cause of the problem?
The root cause of the problem is for the British to merge us together, to amalgamate the country. The other people, because we come from different kingdoms, according to our history. And even when you look at the way the nation is, we don't have the same culture. And there's no understanding. It's just a kind of wickedness, I can call it. Because that wickedness has to be dismantled. The nation has to be set straight. To the north, other people want to be separate from them. We want to be a separate nation. We were never one before.
One of the
So we
message.
don't want to be part of Nigeria.
Sorry to interfere. One of the message of the minister, even though he was not on his seat, was that the UK and Nigeria have a very close relationship. But you are talking about the amalgamation, but they still have a good relationship.
They have a good relationship with Nigeria. But then, if that is the case, they can maintain their relationship with Nigeria in Arewa, but not with Nigeria in the southern part of the country.
Okay.
The Yorubas, the Igbo, the Middle Belt, they are fed up of Nigeria. We have had enough. For many years, our brothers and sisters, our forefathers, they have been killed in the name of Nigeria. We are tired of this. We don't want this repercussion to keep coming back again and again. For how long?
Okay.
We don't want to live the rest of our life. Our children are living a miserable life. But some people, they are sleeping fine with their own two eyes closed. We know the people, we are dying of hunger, dying of sicknesses. And the British themselves, they will not allow such to happen to their own people. So that is where the injustice comes in. They should please try to rectify all this.
Wow.
For the sake of humanity.
For the sake of humanity.
Because
Wow.
they are very on eye. They are watching all this is happening. Some of them, they live in Nigeria. They know what is happening.
Let me say this.
Constitution of everything is broken down.
Let me
And
ask.
everybody go their separate way. It will be much more better for every one of us.
It should be much better.
We don't hate them.
Before.
We are forgiving them. But
Okay.
enough is enough.
Okay. Before you go, if you can just answer this before you go again, the UK government is aware of the intimidation, and yet nothing seems to be doing. Nothing seems to be done.
And that is what I'm saying, because it's like they are taking it lightly with the Nigerian government, and they say they have a good bilateral. They have a good bilateral, fine. But we are not having a good bilateral with Nigeria. We would say that we have a good, in fact, we have seen evil. Nigeria is evil and demonic. Demonic country.
Nigeria
people that
is.
feed in the flesh of other people. Sucking people's blood. That flag, we don't want to see it anymore.
Nigeria is
that
evil.
Flag, enough is enough.
Hmm.
And all the mineral resources that they're taking from our land, all the northerners, they should all vacate our land. Really, we don't really need them. If we have nothing, but we have freedom and we have peace. I can love it, I prefer it. More than to be under somebody as a slave. The British have to make the ordinance to understand. Other tribes are just a slave to them. And whether they make it known to them or not, they need to get it from our territory. They invited the Fulani to come to Yoruba land and other places, all around, all over. They are taking up our land and they are killing us. Which country will take it? I believe the United Kingdom will never let it, unless it's even worse, they shoot it today. That is one of the reasons they themselves want to separate from EU, just because there are certain things they don't want, or there's the way they want to live in their country.
Okay, thank you very much.
Some of us, there's the way we want to live our life.
All right,
our life is not compatible with these people. We don't want to live with them anymore.
Okay.
We are not strong, but we are mighty in the spirit than them.
All right, thank you.
Because God is with us.
Okay.
And we are sure that the wrath of God will visit them in due course.
Okay.
Both them and their allies. If they do not give judgment right now, God will still give judgment in his own time. But we want them to solve this thing now and let them know we don't want to be part of that nation anymore.
Thank you very much.
Anybody can have a good relationship with them. Even we ourselves, if we want to have some kind of a relationship with the Lord, we can if we. But it doesn't have to be it's a must, it's a must.
Okay. All right.
Other people can as well live on their own. They should have something that comes from their own mind. That's determination. But not to maybe another country from anywhere all around the world. They come and they tell you have to be together.
All right. Let's give somebody else another call, another opportunity to hear their view. Thank you very much from that caller. Hello, good evening, caller. Hello, good evening. Your contribution this evening.
Hello?
Let's hear your contribution. Go ahead.
Yeah, I called to ask questions. I want to ask you questions, special.
You want to ask me?
Okay. What were you expecting from the British Parliament?
I was expecting them to give us a Yoruba and Biafra and then break everything, but I didn't hear that from the conversation.
Okay, that was what you were expecting, right?
Yeah.
Me, I was not expecting anything from them.
Okay.
Because all the stealing that is going on in our country, do you know how much the Western world is benefiting?
Okay.
If they give you the Biafra or give you the Oduduwa, how can they benefit those things? Do you know how much is coming from Nigeria to the British government every year? My brother, we should think well. We should think and plan on how to solve our problem. The Western world, they cannot solve our problem because they are benefiting from us. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Let's come back to London. I can see you, Chris, all the way in Nigeria. Give me a minute. Good evening, Mr. Ade from London. Welcome to the program.
Yes, good evening, sir. I really appreciate your program and your effort.
Thank you very much.
Actually, what we are expecting from Parliament today is what we saw, and we cannot expect expecting something more than that. They are talking in their own terms. They are not talking or debating in our own terms.
Okay.
You know. And
so what is our own terms? So what is our own terms?
Forget the history. Yes, we shouldn't forget the history. Even if we started war today, even the Prime Minister will not do anything. If you remember in the Civil War, even the Prime Minister then, Alan Winston, refused to even do anything until assured him that he's going to lose the next election, that is when he agreed with Awolowo that the currency should be changed. You know, that is how they were able to defeat the Biafra troops there. So, some certain steps Awolowo took there, but the Prime Minister, Alobese, refused to support him until the Parliament assured him that if this one continues more than 1970, we are going to lose the next election. And that is when.
Oh, it looks like he's probably gone the London Underground. We lost him there.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, you're back there. We can hear you.
So that has been their pattern. They will always talk in their own terms, not in our own terms. Until we started our own struggle. Look at what is going on in Ethiopia today. What we Yoruba want is what we want, not what British want for us.
Okay.
And what we want as a Yoruba is we want to have our own nation. And it's as simple as ABC. If you look at what Baba said in the interview you played this morning or this afternoon in BP Suez, that the interview was granted in Suez in Ibadan, it is very clear. We want our own nation. And I don't think we are asking for what is out of hand. It is what is in the realm of our own right to ask for. It is, and you can see the journalists keep asking him it's not in the constitution. Even if it is in the constitution, the government will not tell us to go and set up the committee for us to leave the country.
Definitely.
It's not going to say that.
They can't do that.
Even the British will not even support us until we begin the fight.
Okay, until we begin the fight.
Okay. They're going to tell us to fight for our freedom. We are going to fight for it. And whether they like it or not, Fulani have said they're not going to do any restructuring. They have made it clear. It is not left for we Yorubas to tell ourselves where we are going and how we are going to go about it. It's as simple as that.
Okay, all right.
This is the debate of today in the parliament is solely for NSAS. It is not even for the Nigerian problem.
Oh yeah, it was for the NSAS. You're right. Yeah.
Yes, it's for NSAS. Thank you so much, my dear brother.
All right, let's go straight to Lagos. Hello, caller. Hello. All right, let's come back here. The debate, as my last caller said, was for the NSAS. I guess we have another caller, and let's go straight to him. Hello, good evening, caller. Okay, when it comes to Nigeria, I'm sure you know that the network.
First of all, I'd like to appreciate your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
And secondly, I would like to ask, is it the first time the killing start on October 1st? The killing has been long. It's been long, but what did the British do was about this? What did they have been doing about it? Nothing.
Okay.
So we unravel the scroll. So we unravel it. We know what they are benefiting from Nigeria. We know, we all know. We are not asking of too much. We are not asking of too much. Because is it all the citizens now now everything turned upside down? Is that when they will now want to amalgamate us? It's not working. They can say it's not working. They started it, they should end it.
Okay.
Because to me, all what they said, there was no sense in it.
But let us remember the conversation on the debate today was more of the NSAS. So it was not even anything to do with Nigeria. So it was more of the NSAS.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There's no need. There is no need because at the end of the day, they didn't say anything meaningful.
Okay.
So what is it?
But they did say they're telling the Nigerian government to do police. They said that they were telling the Nigerian government to do police reform.
We are not asking too much.
Okay.
We are not asking too much. We are asking them to de-amalgamate us.
Okay.
It's not a must to
So the question I want to ask you is, so do you think that it's the British that needs to de-amalgamate Nigeria?
I'm telling you, I do tell some Nigeria, I said, the British, the white, they have nothing to do with us. They can't rescue us. They are not our messiah. We have to free ourselves.
We have to free ourselves.
We have to free ourselves. Yes. The better you know it, the best for you. Because if you think maybe the white, they are going to do anything about your own freedom, then you are a daydreamer. You are just dreaming. It's the truth. You are just dreaming. So you take it with your own head. If you want your future to be bright and you want your unborn generation, you fight for your freedom.
You fight
for their freedom.
You fight for your freedom.
For any fucking white.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's read some of the comments. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mike on YouTube. The British interest in Nigeria is in the Hausa and the Fulani continue ruling and looting to support the British economy. Abe Lincoln, if it is only cocoa we have in Yoruba land, let's find a way to design a method of mass production. Our Yoruba petition, we go the way this one went. So now that we've seen one side of this petition from the NSAS, we shouldn't give up about our own petition that we've asked you all to continue to go and sign. And that petition is the one that I've been showing you. We've been posting it since morning, and we have posted it as well. Let's go straight to the new caller. A very good evening, caller, and welcome to the show. Okay, bit of network there, I guess. We'll give him a bit of more time. Hello, caller. Hello, good evening, caller. All right, I'm going to let that go. Well, we're not going to be here for all day. We're only here for another few more minutes, and then we will say a very good evening to you all. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening. Yes.
First of all, thank you. So thank you to everyone that signed the sanction
Oh, yes.
for the NSAS.
The NSAS petition, yeah. Okay.
The saying goes that thousands of steps start with a single one.
Definitely.
I don't know which should I way to put it.
Yeah.
So, and I actually appreciate all the MPs that presented the case today.
Today, yeah.
Well, I thought we're heading somewhere.
Okay.
Until I realized that the Secretary, is it for Africa, wasn't there.
The Minister for
Just
Africa.
a rep.
Yeah, the Minister for Africa was not on the seat.
The Minister,
Yeah.
okay, wasn't on seat. So what I would say is I do appreciate all the MPs. And I don't think we should rush. I'm looking at a 50-50 result on this.
Okay.
I know that, remember that UK is going out of EU, and they're going all about to sign trade deals. And Nigeria is not exempted. So obviously, that interest will be protected, I agreed. We shouldn't lose hope yet on sanctions. It's going to happen, but it might be a 50-50 result.
Okay.
But we should keep the pressure going.
Okay.
We shouldn't relent. We should not relent. We shouldn't stop.
Okay.
Even if the outcome, isn't what we're expecting, we should continue our protest and the rest until we get the result that is more favorable. We can't keep quiet. You know how this country works. We all live here.
Yeah.
It's all about process, and they look at, what's in there for me first.
Okay.
Before they look into other things. That's how I work.
Okay. All right.
So we shouldn't lose hope at all.
We shouldn't lose hope. All right.
We should be positive about that one.
We should remain positive.
And the subsequent one about the Yoruba agitation, Yoruba thing.
Yeah.
That should be, I don't know how long it's going to take. We might be thinking it will take 5, 6, 7 years. It might be 2 years. We shouldn't just relent. That's all I can say. We shouldn't relent.
So everything is we must not give up and we must not relent. Just before you go, let me ask you this. No retreat, no surrender. The government, I mean, part of what was discussed there, serious human right abuse in Nigeria. The UK government is aware and they know that there is a serious human right abuse. What do you say to that?
Well, you see, the thing is, I would say they've been quiet for a long time. They know what is going on. They know everything. But like I said, UK, at this moment, we have to just give them that, like, I'll look after myself first, kind of a thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
That's what I say.
Okay.
They're coming out of EU soon.
Oh yeah, about 39 days before we finally
You know what I mean? So I'll look after myself first. So they look at, okay, this is what is coming, in about 40, 39 days.
And then,
so should I just go ahead now and just land sanction on these people?
And they need all the trade deals they can get from any country.
You know what I mean? Whatever they can get.
Well, I mean, it was mentioned there that they had a business meeting on the 18th of November with some, the minister had a roundtable discussion with some of the Nigerian business holders, and I'm sure they want to sign some more deals. All right. Okay, let's take more calls. Thank you very much for your contribution, and I say good evening to you there. Let's go straight again back to Lagos, and I hope this time around the network will be good. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Hello.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Gbogbo àwọn kọ́mẹ̀ntì tí a kàn ń wò yìí, Brother Ọláyọmí, ẹ wò ó, kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ èmi ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ máa sọ èdè òyìnbó mọ́ lórí ètò yìí. Ṣé rí àwọn colonial power tó wá sí Áfíríkà, àwọn náà ṣì wà láfíríkà nísìnyí. Gbogbo Africa country tí human rights tẹ́ bá Congo Republic lẹ́ni, Uganda, Zimbabwe, gbogbo Africa country tí àwọn colonial power sí touch tó ń láwọn fún ní independent, kò sí kankan nínú wọn tó gbórí náà. Àwọn politicians wọn, they are like caretakers. Caretaker ni wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún colonial. Àwọn àtìlẹ̀ Áfíríkà ò gbé British àwọn náà ṣe ìṣèjọba Nàìjíríà náà. Ẹ try àti jẹ́ ká máa sọ òótọ́ straight. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀. Tí èèyàn bá parí yunifásitì ní Nàìjíríà nísìn, ṣé ó lè fi certificate lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ní UK ni? Ṣé ó lè lọ fi ṣiṣẹ́ ní UK? Ó lè fi ṣiṣẹ́ ní UK náà. Ṣé Nigerian citizen bó ṣe wà yẹn, ṣé kò lè gba visa UK kó lò lọ UK? Kò lè lọ UK.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let him go. Thank you very much. Let's come back to the next caller. Hello, good evening, caller. All right. Can you mute the... Okay, there's a lot of noise coming from your background. I know there's noise here, but I don't want to hear noise from your side as well. I can hear so much noise from the background. Yeah, we can hear you. Let's put it on speaker. I'm struggling to hear you, and if I'm struggling to hear you, the rest of the followers cannot hear you at all. Yes, much a bit better now. All right, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise at your background. I'm going to let you go. Sorry about that. It seems maybe Madame is also on the phone somewhere behind you. Let's say good evening to you all. It's not going to be a long show. The most important thing is we just wanted to let you all get the view that they've debated the answers. My caller before the last one says we should be more patient so that the British will eventually sanction the Nigerian government, like maybe Alhaji Lai Mohammed, information minister, that kept saying that nobody was killed. Maybe they will end up sanction, like the governor of Lagos State. Is that going to really work? Are we serious that they will put a sanction when they are coming out of EU in about 39 days? UK is coming out of EU. And from what I picked up from some of the points I noted there, let me just quickly, put it back again. When the government response was about to be announced by the minister was not on the seat anyway. They are aware of the serious human rights abuse. No sanction was given. We are told to give a bit more time. All right. Okay, let's come back again to the caller. I'm not sure whether it was the one before. Hello, good evening. All right. It seems you are far away from the phone, like you put the phone on the speaker as well. And okay, let's see if we can get you more clearer. All right, go ahead now. The line is very bad, my brother. I'm serious. I can't hear you, and I'm sure if I can't hear you, the rest of the people listening cannot hear you. I'm not sure what is going on, but the line is so poor.
I said what British are trying to
So
do.
why were you putting the mouth away from the phone? You were like putting your mouth away from the phone. It's much better now.
I don't know how to do it no more.
Okay, now it's better now. Go ahead.
Said what is it?
Go ahead now.
Okay. I don't want to say that what they are trying to do is what we are getting for Africa, which they are not what we want. Why do our land? Because I want to say we only gather ourselves for that already anything and whether anything is what I get and that I get or something like that. Okay. When we put our decision, what we want to do is not that we thought we can take, but what we are not
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. For that. And on that note, I have to bring it down and say thank you very much. They've done their own. It has been debated. We wait for more outcome. As soon as we have it as well, we will bring it out. We appreciate everyone that have called. If you're unable to get through today, you will get through some other time as well. From what we heard there, the UK government is aware of the intimidation. They believe that the Nigerian government must be protecting the civilian. I'm not sure that is going to happen. They gave radio unit to Borno police that end up with the NSAS and has been returned. You know that one is fake news. They cannot return what they've given. If not, it's not in the hands of the Boko Haram. The UK and Nigeria still have a very close relationship. About 200,000 people signed that petition. That shows that every petition that hits about 100,000, we get a kind of debate. About an hour debate or 1.5 hours, but they spent an hour 20 minutes. They had a business conversation on the 18th of November by the Minister of Africa on the round table with some Nigerian businesses. And I believe a lot of people want to sign good deals as the Britain is coming out of EU, and that means they need a better. Maybe your beans will start coming in, from Nigeria. Also, they expect the Nigerian government to investigate all police brutality. Really? Okay. They also said future for Nigeria, a new Nigeria. Some of us might not agree with that, But we have to also understand that more people still believe that a new Nigeria will work, even though I personally disagree that anything called a new Nigeria is a fallacy. It's not going to work. It's all fake until we find out who give us Nigeria. What is the meaning of Nigeria? Until all that can be given to us in a black and white, nothing called Nigeria is one of the empire of the British colonial master. Also, they talk about a real change around. Where is that real change going to come from? From who? Who is going to give the real change? When the Fulani continue to kill and they're about to take more territory. So where is that real change going to happen? They're probably living in a different land entirely. Also, they talk about the corruption. And they say, well, at least, good thing is the e-petition has given opportunity for you to allow them to have a sit down and debate about it. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a very good evening. We continue to update you, some other news as well. Join me again tomorrow, where we continue with Nigeria at the verge of breakup. Mine is to break it completely. I don't care whether NSAS or no NSAS. My position is we must break up Nigeria. But we'll discuss about that at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you tune in and welcome again and say a very good evening and bye from this end. Nigeria will eventually break one day, whether they like it or not. Bye for now.
Oduduwa people wanna go. Biafra people wanna go. Location 419 need to break for freedom, freedom. Amalgamation in Nigeria, created by the enemy of black men. Then, where the black never civilized. Location 9, that is what it is. The country where the leader said the people's glory. They turn their children to prostitute, and they turn boy children to terrorists. Now, terrorists don't take over. Yoruba people say we know they do again. Say hold the prayer nation, that is what we want now. Freedom, 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 freedom. When the fuck they come and free us? Freedom, 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 freedom. Now, location 9 ìlú Boko Haram, ìlú àwọn hush politician àti S-men. Fake promises every year, fake miracle everywhere, fake military anywhere. Now, Oduduwa people wanna go. Biafra people wanna go. Location 419 need to break for freedom, 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 freedom. Who make it God over us? We don't know anything about us. We just come up from nowhere. I'm not just together. Since then we never get it right. And here you are, Yoruba educate. As you want it to, and Jaffa tell Baba yín. Amalgamation 419 expire. What is expire like 2014? So IG and Masu. Àsìkò ti tó láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ lẹ bàbá yín. A fool at 60 is a fool forever. Ẹ má sùn.